Anyway, I just started learning it yesterday.
Cool.
So I'm just trying to memorize it as I'm going. So I can play. That's pretty much all I can play up to for memory, and I obviously lost it at the end. But this is how much I practiced yesterday.
Okay.
And I've been memorizing it.
Nice. Okay. And you started this last week?
Yesterday.
Yesterday
I started learning this song.
All right. What drew you to this one?
What?
What drew you to this one?
Well, I already had the sheets for it. I was planning to play it. I got it at the same time that I got the sheets for this one.
I love it.
So,
I foresee you being a Chopin's awesome. Like he's up there with the best of them. Like Chopin and Debussy and that guy Brahms are like, yeah, they do it for me. It's not to say that Mozart isn't like epic, like just amazing wise, but like Chopin and Debussy and Brahms just hit different. Their melodies and their chord progressions just hit me in a way that's just it's just really
so many contest pieces are Chopin pieces. You know, the scherzos,
the
ballads, you know.
Which is interesting because like I wasn't drawn to them because I know they are, but it wasn't the fact that they were competition pieces, but it makes sense because when they're played beautifully by professionals, like that's the standard. So it makes sense that they're like, okay, we're gonna see how close you can get to how well a pro does it. Yeah. Because we'll know. It exposes so much of the musicality or lack thereof in a pianist that it's certainly the bar, but the compositions themselves are just extraordinary.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. You want to play a little bit of it? Did you?
Sure. I mean, I can probably play it better if I'm actually looking at the sheets.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
learning for yesterday.
The dynamics that there's one thing Chopin does is obviously chromatically our arpeggios you just constantly running, right? Pay attention to those swells, right?
Yeah.
Those all of those they're marked, like all of them are little waves, some bigger than others. And obviously you don't want to go from piano to mezzo forte, back down to piano to mezzo forte, or forte to forte, mezzo forte, mezzo forte, right? You don't want it to become monotonous, right? So it's kind of like putting together a game plan of where you want to go dynamically from one chunk, one 8-bar phrase to the next 16-bar bar phrase, and how you want to kind of navigate all those swells so that they don't become boring to you, right? And that's just gonna take you wrapping the left hand and having the strength in the left hand, which we could all use more of as pianists, and finding out how you want to make the music move, and just coming with a game plan. And that, like I was telling Ali, when you're listening, when you're learning a piece, to not necessarily dive headfirst into playing with dynamics aggressively before you've actually mastered the notes, actually getting to the notes first. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of map out a game plan of what you want to do dynamically, so you can kind of incorporate that into your practicing. So you can kind of knock out two birds. All right, cool. I'm excited to hear that. All right, how are we doing with?
Well, we're doing well enough. Yeah, I can do that.
We're doing well enough.
but I haven't memorized the second part yet fully. Let's see. I don't want to use the pedal.
Good.
Why did it? I've been playing this well. Like, okay, just a second.
Take your time. nice touch at the end. You by just having that memorized all through the DS, all through the coda, right? I could see that you're really paying a lot more attention to how, the how, not the what, right? Yeah, really, really nice. I want more of the Jayden that says, I don't want to play with the pedal right now, and figuring it out and making that your default. Because when I get frustrated with my playing, and I'm like, this doesn't sound or feel like the way I was playing it a while ago, sometimes I'd go right back to the sustain because it sounds prettier. And I want to hide that. I want to get away from the frustration of me not playing it the way that I know that I can, or at least I think I can.
Yeah.
So I was really proud of you for saying, I don't want the pedal right now.
It's just, and then I was like, oh, the left. It was
Dude.
just too, the shifting was too, like, I couldn't keep it smooth when I'm moving from here to like here. It's like, oh.
And there's a difference between when we're playing because we enjoy listening to ourselves play and being selfish in that way. Just being like, dude, I really don't care if I execute this. I just want to hear myself. I want to celebrate the accomplishment of being able to play this as well as I can play right now, but then also understanding I got to get off the sustain pedal if I have any chance of like making some progress on what I eventually want to play beautifully, right? And you did that. And I'm like, that's awesome, because that's not the norm. The norm is to say, man, I just want to play this well and not get after it. But you know that that's not going to get you the results that you want quickly. So super proud of you for that. Stay on that track. And then you went back to the pedal, and I was like, all right, he was good with our last. But if you want to do that here and you want to woodshed, cool, because we can do a couple things with these lessons, right? I can work on the technique that I'm saying. We can really woodshed some stuff and really get down to brass tacks. We can just work on like a 4-bar phrase and really dial in how you want to express yourself in that. And you can bounce some things off me. I'll tell you what I think. I'll say, I hate it, and you say, I love it. And I'll be like, that's great for you. I want you to love it. So I'm going to give you my input, but I also want you to come here with an objective of what you'd like to work on something specifically. And I can sit here and shut up and give you feedback at the end if you'd like. We can do it that way too, because I want you to get the most out of these sessions, the limited amount of time that we have. But yeah, outstanding work on fantasy with the small amount of time that you've been playing on it. That's a lot. We got a couple more minutes. What else you got?
So I've been playing this song. I was playing this song since Sunday of last week. So about what, like 10 or 11 days so far.
How many hours?
So, like 15 minutes a day. 15 to 20 minutes a day. So let's see. Wow. That was not right.
Yeah, that's right. It's like 14.
14. Something around there.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
just,
right.
yeah, just fit this many notes in this measure.
You don't know how many times I see that though.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's your left hand working a lot.
Yes. Left hand. All these songs. Left hand.
All right. Where is? Actually, I will save that question for next week. It's keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. I'll have a question for you next week. Well done.